New at 10, there will be no jail time for a man involved in a fatal crash last year. Colton Lindquist of Ashby was sentenced this afternoon to serve 90 days in Otter Tail County Jail. Those days will be served, though, on house arrest or probation. The crash happened November 3rd near Ashby. The driver of the other vehicle involved told deputies that Lindquist came out of nowhere across the intersection. The passenger in that vehicle died from her injuries. The cause of the crash was determined to be because Lindquist failed to yield. He was able to take a plea agreement, pleading guilty to a sole count of careless driving.